Hey there. So the last week we saw 3 new releases coming from the house of Afnan. Now these have been hyped up a lot of reviews from Middle Eastern, YouTubers talking about them, and there's been a lot of waiting for these fragrances, and finally they are here. So namely, we have had 3 releases coming. So one is of course this Turathi Electric. Okay, so this one, killer flanker. The bottle color, the box color, everything is top notch, and you really expect something to be super fantastic in this. In fact, this was the one that I was really looking forward for. But there was also this, right? So this is the rare reef. Okay, and now this was supposed to be an alternate of the popular Louis Vuitton specific chill, and this one also is hyped up a lot. So but a lot of people actually went for this, probably because of the Afnan factor, the quality factor, to have a very good alternate of the Louis Vuitton Pacific chill. Then we also have this come out this week as well, which was basically the historic Sahara. Now this is supposed to be a Perfumes Male Altair alternate, and this was also quite popular. But this one has been probably, from a sales point of view, probably the least sold right now. But the Reef has been the most sold so far. However, it's too early to make a full review of these fragrances because, like I said, they've just kind of been released in India. I definitely received it only yesterday, so I thought let's make a first impressions video to talk to you about what is the scent profile, what is the scent quality, and what is a basic performance that we are getting at this point of time. Because we should also keep in mind that because they have been received only yesterday, so there would definitely be a change in the molecules in the fragrance, and it is not the right time to review any fragrance. For that matter, to form any opinion, you should let a fragrance sit for some time before you actually think whether it is good or whether it is performance worthy, right? Because in India specifically, we look at fragrances only in 2 categories. One, they must definitely perform. That's majority of the category of people who like fragrances. They want fragrances to be noticed by others, all of that to happen, right? And then there is the only selected few people who actually like fragrances, even if they're soft. They like the scent profile and the quality of the fragrance. Performance is not the most important factor for them, but that's only a small percentage of people. Now, what happens with fragrances that are new, that are hitting the market, is that a lot of people are looking to get them. They are unsure whether should you consider getting them or not. And I do not want to give you a false review of the performance on these fragrances. That's why I'll do a first impressions for the next few days continuously for all of these fragrances after trying them at least for a couple of days or so, right? So only then I'll also be able to understand the scent profile, and I can at least give you a basic idea in terms of how the performance of the fragrances, and then we'll wait it out for about 4 weeks, 5 weeks time, and then actually do a full review. Probably compare it with the right type of fragrances that you're looking to compare this with, right? So that you can then make a good decision. I also have this, right? So this is the Havas Tropical. So this is also with me, and I've been wearing it for the last 2-3 days prior to trying out this. But let me go ahead and talk to you about this, right? So you're watching the Perfume Experience. My name is Rodney. In case you're new to this channel, this is where I bring Middle Eastern fragrances, Indian fragrances, and all of that, right? Now let's very quickly talk about the electric flanker. The bottle or the box is fantastic. It's got this electric blue or the teal blue color, so to say, and this is manufactured in May. So that means this is just roughly about less than 2 months old, to be very honest, in the box packaging. So it's not really macerated well as well, because most of you know, Middle Eastern fragrances are created and immediately packed and shipped out as such, so they're not actually well macerated. Whereas designer fragrances, they are actually going to be macerated for about 6 months at least in the warehouse before they are shipped out. That's one of the reasons why you will find that designer fragrances, most likely when you open or when you start using them right out of the box, you get good performance, whereas that's not the case with Middle Eastern fragrances. You've got to wait for it, right? Now, like I said, the box is fantastic. I kind of like the way the entire color scheme is. So this is how the bottle looks like, okay? And this bottle also has got the same color scheme happening, but with a black cap. It's a finger magnet or a fingerprint magnet type of a bottle, but overall the bottle looks nice. And let me do one quick spray to give you an idea of the sprayer. Okay, so the sprayer is good, actually surprisingly very nice sprayer. And let's talk about the scent profile. Now, for the ones who don't know, this is believed to be an alternate of the Blue Talisman from Ex Nihilio. Okay, now Ex Nihilio, I've tried it in Kuala Lumpur, and I honestly don't think this is an exact clone of that per se. Okay, nor do I think that Azure Royale is a clone of that, because that is a little bit more citrusy, but I don't. How do I say? It's not a fragrance that you registers to your mind all the time. Nonetheless, let's talk about the electric. Okay, and why I think this was hyped up fragrance, and is it really hype worthy? Okay, so the first thing that you kind of get, the first whiff of the scent that you kind of get, is a beautiful, sweet, fruity element with a lot of citruses. Okay, now the citrus element is definitely dominant. The citruses here are more in line with the orange, okay, grapefruit, and another bergamot, and a pink grapefruit, specifically the pink grapefruit or the entire bunch of bergamot, grapefruit. Those are the citrus elements that's holding this fragrance together, and that gives you that nice refreshing vibe that you would want in a nice fresh fragrance. Now that's added with a good peppery, pear note, right? So the yellow pear that is there, so that's the pear note. So you have this lovely fruity nuance to it, and followed with a little bit of a green apple. Okay, so the green apple vibe that you kind of get in fragrances like let's say PDM's green leaf, that kind of vibe that you get, but not overly done, because the balance of those fruity vibes, especially the pear with the citrus notes, really takes up everything there. Now, after a certain time, okay, let's say the 20-30 minutes time later, you also start feeling a little bit of a floral vibe. Now, the note structure of this fragrance doesn't actually talk about any floral vibe at all, but there is definitely a floral vibe that is there in the fragrance, almost like a rosy vibe. There is like a light amount of floral vibe. Now, actually, this is created here in the Afnan's case using orange blossom and a little bit of a apple note and a little bit of that cedar vibe. And in the dry down, you have a lot of ambroxan, you have a lot of musk, you have a lot of woody element, okay, and a little bit of a vanilla vibe as well. So the overall scent profile of this fragrance is absolutely beautiful. Okay, it's very refreshing to actually smell this. It has got the right amount of sweetness to it. It's not overly sweet. It has got this lovely hue of this pear coming together. It has this light floral vibe, the rose going across with this, the pear, to give you a very refreshing scent profile that's very versatile, and you can actually pull this off for an entire year. Now, the best part about this is the type of scent profile that you can wear for offices, you can wear for meetings, you can wear for date nights, and you will actually kind of garner a lot of compliments, because the scent profile is actually very mass pleasing. It's very beautiful. Okay, and one of the nice things is it is completely different to what you've been trying to smell so far. I have not tried the Lataf's Art of Universe, so that is something that I will definitely try and get my hands on to tell you how this compares with that, or we will definitely do a comparison with Azure Royale for sure. Okay, but the short of it is the scent profile of this beauty is really, really nice. It is very refreshing, it is good, it is mass pleasing, and definitely a compliment magnet. Okay, one other thing that this leans a lot towards a very unisex, feminine leaning fragrance. So this is not a very out and out masculine type of fragrance like the Turathi Blue. So this is a little bit more on the unisex side of it, a little bit more leaning towards the feminine side of it. So men who like a fragrance with a little bit of a floral hue will definitely kind of like it as such. Now, if you're thinking that I do have Turathi Blue, will I get that kind of a vibe, that kind of a projection from it? The answer is no. Okay. From now, that's the part that I was feeling a little let down at this point of time. But then again, the fragrance is just here for a last couple of days time. The projection of this is softer. Okay, probably in the ballpark figure of 1.5 feet to 2 feet as such, and projects for about 35-40 minutes time, roughly to maybe an hour at the maximum. Then it softens up. So overall scent profile wise, from a projection point of view, this is a soft scent and not a hardcore beast of a fragrance as such. But that's why I was saying that we should probably let it rest for some time, give it about 3-4 weeks time, and then actually try and see how it actually performs. Do you actually get good projection? But lasting wise, this actually does pretty well. Okay, so surprisingly, I'm already getting about 6-7 hours of lasting easily. On my skin, I easily get about 5 hours time. So I've been using it since yesterday, and I've done probably about 4 wearings already. So pretty good that way, because you can actually wear it out for evenings, you can wear it out for daytime, you can actually wear it extremely apt for wearing for offices, and I kind of like the way this is done. Now I will add this into decants as well, and you can definitely try out the fragrance before you kind of get the whole bottle, or if you want the whole bottle, also DM me, I'll be able to help you out with it. But overall, is it true to the hype from a scent profile point of view and the refreshing quality of Afnan fragrances coming across? This is really, really nice. I have absolutely loved it from the first whiff, because there is a bit of spiciness also. There's like a feeling of a pink pepper spiciness, although there is a lot of oranges there and a lot of pear with a lot of rose and a musk and ambroxan. Overall scent profile is good. This is definitely worth checking out, no doubt about it. But from a performance point of view, you do not get the Turathi blue type of performance yet. Okay, so let's wait it out and try it out on that, right? So next I will bring about the reef also in a couple of days time, and let you know what are my thoughts about it. Also remember, this is my first impressions and not a full review of the fragrances. Do let me know if you're interested in knowing the thoughts about Avas Tropical, because that is not something that I was very enthused about. But if you want to know what I think about the fragrance, and what's the scent quality types, and should you consider getting it with all the hype that's going around with this, do let me know in your comments, and I'll happily try it out. All right, so I'll see you in another video. Until another time, take care. Bye bye.